Captain, we've got I believe it's the Atola Medusa, ma'am. Is just in the room back here.
Lovely, boys. Has everybody got their psychic dampener helmets on? Very good. Right then. Let's go see our little friend. Oh, you've got yourself in a real mess, haven't you?
What the bloody hell is going on here? Let me out. Let me out of here. Oh, you'll be paying for it. You'll be paying for it.
Who's got the gloves, right? Someone
get
him up,
all of
pick
you.
I'm going
to get all of you. You're going to come at the jelly. You take this jelly. There you go.
Everyone careful. Just don't let the helmets fall off. These can be very dangerous, even without his equipment. But, right, I think, my little friend, we're going to put you here in this nice little aquarium. That'll be lovely, won't it?
You will be bloody waiting for it to end by the time it's over. By the time this is all done, you'll be wishing to be spaced out there in the void. Oh no, when I get my hands on it.
Ta-ta! We'll talk later. Have fun with Marcus there.
Oh yes, we'll talk later. We'll talk with my energy blade to your head.
Meanwhile.
What? Z wouldn't leave he wouldn't leave all this stuff.
I hate to say it, but I think the Chaos Engine got him.
Boris! What? You think?
They were trying to snatch things up, and Z's a chunk of Honey Boy's gone. Where have they...
Let me see that.
Where did they teleport him to? Heck, is Z... Boris, tell us straight. Z's... I mean, he's alive, right? He's not just been chopped in half or anything. This isn't like what happened to Channon. But most of him's gone, so I guess it just depends where he got teleported to.
Oh, let me look at this. There's some of his little tentacles out there.
Heck.
And all his things.
Hang on. What's this on the communicator? Oh, he's been talking to Z2. Heck, guys, look at this. There's coordinates here.
We're calling the troops back in. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Hello and welcome, everybody.
Ooh.
Wow.
Here we come. Here we go. Here we went. We are, of course, those wanderers on a long and dusty road towards a podcast that we call the Backwater Bastards in space.
In space.
I'll be your dungeon master for the evening.
Ooh.
Along with me on this lonely walk, we have Daniel, a.k.a. Dr. Z, the psychic jellyfish.
I'm here. I'm not here. I'm there. Where am I?
He's somewhere. And still scratching her head in the sewers, we have Taylor, a.k.a. Cleo deCap, the explosives expert bear.
That's a really great status for me in the podcast and in real life.
And joining us as ever, we have the greasy,
The sticky.
the mucky,
The viscid.
the gluttonous,
Viscid.
The greasy.
and the reptilian.
I feel like that's come up a few times.
It has,
Well,
actually. What is the internet trying to tell us?
The Dynamite.
The word was slimy.
I love it.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. We could do a bit of a catch-up, but I feel like we did solve the cliffhanger in the cold open.
Nah, people already know we're in trouble.
Yeah, let's get in there.
All right. Yeah, if you don't know what's going on, listen to the last episode.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The prior episode, yeah.
Let's swell our ways into the music then.
That was beautiful.
I like that sound effect. Z has been deposited in a small aquarium inside an office that has been kind of converted into some sort of menagerie/prison cell, it feels like, because right next to Z's tank is a equally small steel-barred cage inside which sits a cat, who Z recognizes as Marcus, the leader of the 21. The door is shut. The aquarium has a lid on top of it, and then a bunch of books placed on top of that lid.
Oh.
And the captain's men are all wearing helmets that seem to make them pretty much impervious to any sort of telepathic influence or attack. And as they leave and lock the door behind them, Z is left. A mewing cat as the only company.
Alright, we ain't going nowhere. We'll put one more book on top. Yes, very good. Put one more book on top. Alright. That should keep that sorted. Right, let's get back to the captain. We need to wage a war.
Ridiculous.
I will make sure that every single one of you is dealt to, and not just dealt to, no, dealt to once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times even. Vivisection is going to be the order of the day, and all of you are my test subjects. I will cut you apart with these energy blades. When I get my energy blades, I'll cut you up. Oh, or maybe I'll just inhabit your mind, tear you apart from the inside.
As Z is monologuing, a small clawed paw reaches through the bars of its cage and taps on the side of the aquarium.
Bloody heck, and what do you... Wait a minute. You? I recognize you. You're that dang cat that got away. You scared Boris. Wait. Alright.
Telepathy roll. 10. Ooh, useless.
Okay.
Useless. However, as you attempt to enter the mind of Marcus the cat, you can see that Marcus is like looking straight at you. And although you don't forge a proper link immediately, you do sort of catch these surface thoughts of,
Yes, talk to me.
You're that glob dang cat from the Bobby's Gome Depot.
and Marcus sort of taps at his own small feline head. Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Just, it's just... Right, you just need to think loudly.
You see those tiny cat eyes narrow and concentrate. And finally, it comes into focus as your, frankly, inadequate telepathy roll is bolstered
Nice.
by Marcus's willingness to cooperate.
Brilliant.
How's that then?
Loud and clear. Now, you're that cat from Bobby's Gome Depot.
Yes, and you're that thing that's been traveling with the boy.
Yes. Well, and you're that flea-infested cat from the... Why have they got you here?
What are you talking about? You saw BJ send me here?
And what's BJ need with a cat?
You were all at the casino. You saw we were trying to steal the engine.
And what the dang heck has a globdang cat like you got with that chaos engine? You know what? I mean, look, from one small creature to another, I think you need some bigger friends.
Well, yes, I think we could both agree on that, but I don't know if any of our friends are forthcoming. We're in almost a sub-orbit. We're high, far up above the city, and we have no one but ourselves to rely on. So I suggest we put our differences aside. We leave the stories of my past to be told at a later date, and we find a way to escape.
Yes, and when we do escape, I plan to find my energy blades and vivisect every last creature on this glob-dang ship. Minus you, however, I will leave you.
Well, thank you. That's very kind. So, what can we do?
Right. Dang it. What can we do?
Meanwhile, down in the outskirts of downtown in Midspace, in the sewers, gathering up Z's belongings and still formulating a plan, Cleo, Trevor, and Boris. right. Okay. Oh, this thing's really heavy when Z's not. It's just dead weight, isn't it, the honey boy?
Well, there's nothing dead about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't forget that energy blade there.
Yep, I'm getting the energy blades. I mean, don't you think this would be a good opportunity to like get rid of some of the things that are floating in here? I mean, look at that. That
Trevor,
is covered with mold.
Trevor.
How long has he had
Trevor,
that pancake
Trevor.
for? I'm not talking about the
Trevor.
collectibles, although some of these things
Trevor.
are dubious collectability. Look, all I'm saying is we could get rid of.
Trevor, we are keeping every last stitch of it.
Oh,
Those are
then
Z's
some-
things. And each
Yes, but-
one of them
I mean-
will be here when he gets
I've
back.
been-
You, quiet. We're keeping him. Pack him away.
I think we need an intervention, to be honest. I mean, this is hoarding. This is not collecting.
Boris, we are ignoring that.
Don't worry, Sif. I'll help you carry it.
That's not the point. Some people won't be helped.
Gee.
Jesus.
While his little fingies are just dangling out of it.
Boris has got. I mean, Trevor has got to be a shit whenever
He
there's
does.
like
He does.
whenever
Emotion.
we're at,
Yeah.
whenever we're at a crisis. That's how he deals with it.
Cleo's picking up some of the things and stowing them away in her different utility pockets.
Oh.
All right. So where we find Z, he's going to have all the weapons he needs, all this, and yes, this leather jacket and this clearly. I mean, it's been pressed and folded, but this is just a crisp packet.
Trevor, if we found your slimy shell somewhere because you were taken by a thing or you were zapped into a different dimension, we would pick up all of your folded crisp packets and just that pen that you carry around, but ain't never nobody seen you write nothing on a paper.
We might need to sometime. Like,
Well, we would pick it up.
I'm just saying, we're not always going to have technology with us. So, like, keeping some of the. Okay, that's not the point. We need to find Z, because I'm not carrying this forever.
We gotta look for our boy. What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna put this? Are we carrying it? Are we just where is he? And Reese is underground and
Well, Reese
and
is
Deeds
okay,
has
though.
left us. And just
How are we... Okay.
oh,
Let's stop and think about this logically for a second. So the captain is using the chaos engine, and she's plucked thee from inside the honey boy and sent him somewhere.
do you
But
think she's
it's-
got him? Do you think she's got him up there in a oh
yeah,
my
she's
God,
definitely-
in a dirty bag or it's just in the floor? What if she doesn't even know that she's got him and he's in the corner covered in dust? Is that even worse or better?
Well, I mean, that's better than him being teleported halfway through a wall or something. So.
Oh, he could be trapped in a brick.
So, Streamer, that's not what has happened. That's something that could happen, but
How can you know that that's not what has happened?
the chances are really, really low.
Oh.
You know, like, you gotta think of all the possible places
But
he could
wait,
be teleported
but every
to.
time you tell a story, Boris, somebody gets a brick in them.
But if she's teleporting him up into the sky where her ship is...
That's different.
I mean, if she was gonna miss, the most likely place she would have teleported him to is just empty space up in the air.
Oh, well,
It's not any better, Boris. He would have plummeted to his death by now.
oh, if he fell from really high up, I don't know how good it would be, because what if he just splatted? What if he just splatted somewhere, Trevor? We're never gonna find him.
Well, look, we can't think about that. We just have to act as though Z has definitely been safely teleported up onto that ship. I mean, we were probably going to go there anyway, right? That's where the Chaos Engine is.
Yeah, I have to guess it.
You think he's up there?
He's definitely up there, Cleo.
Well, then so are we.
We're gonna kill two birds with one stone. We're gonna reclaim my chaos engine, and then nobody can misuse it like this ever again, and we're going to save Z. But we don't have a ship to get up there.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to break this dang bath? What is this bloody... How, did they put you in a nice cage?
What on earth makes you think that you charging at that lid on top of you for the 10th time is going to be any different than the last 9 times you've tried it?
Because the last 9 times haven't happened yet. And the next 9 times will. Because I'm going to bloody break this cage, and then when I get out of here, I'm going to kill every last person on this, minus you, thing on this dang ship.
Now, my friend, it is certainly going to be by virtue of our intellect that we escape the situation, not brute strength, of which neither of us are particularly endowed with at this present time.
I will give you a short moment for us to consider this option, but in my experience of traveling around with some of the best dang mercs you have ever seen this side of Midspace, it usually is the way: big explosions, large punches, and angry words solves situations.
Relax yourself. Look about the room. Is there anything we could use? Bearing in mind that I've been trapped here for several days and have not found anything that I could use, but perhaps you have a different skill set.
All right, play it your way. I'll do a perception check, I guess. A 12.
Alrighty. So you start looking around. You are in an aquarium. You have tested the strength of the glass walls and the roof, and although they are just pretty basic reinforced glass, they are far too solid for your jellyfish body to penetrate. The books on top, big, heavy encyclopedia volumes, the kind of thing that a Terran would have on their shelf, despite obviously not reading books. They can just have it read to them by an AI. But the captain has them on her ship. They're heavy. They're too heavy for you to get the lid off. Inside, you have plenty of fresh water, a small plastic castle,
Okay.
and an electric water filter.
Oh my god.
The electric water filter is the most interesting thing inside here with you because it does appear to be plugged into the wall, attached to the same console that controls the other functions in this room.
Okay. Right. Look, we've got some kind of electric water filter here that I could probably quite easily hack and turn to our advantage. Though, those dang books. You're correct. I'm not strong. Those are going to be quite a hindrance.
Right, so absurdity of that statement aside, if you can hack the water filter, get to the wall, you could dim the lights, you could unlock the door, which is very useful if we can get out of these cages. You could make that above head ceiling fan spin. Wait a second. I have been, and Marcus begins digging in the cat litter in one corner of his cage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ignore that. That's simply, I've been locked in here for days.
Right, yes. Understandably.
I have been collecting, and he starts pulling out ragged strips of fabric.
Okay.
Oh.
Thought perhaps, if every single time one of the captain's foolish guards tried to play a game with me, oh kitty, see if you can catch the string.
Yes.
Well, I can catch the string, gosh darn it.
Right.
And I've captured quite a bit of it.
Okay. So, in our arsenal of mighty weapons at our disposal, we have a water filter and some string.
I've made do with much less in the past. The stories I can tell you about international espionage, but...
Well, if we're
right
stuck
now,
here for many more hours, then I'll gladly listen. But for now, let's get rid of these globdan books. Now, back on the Atolla, I was quite the swimmer. Yes. And I'm going to start swimming around in circles inside the fishbowl. When you're at school, you've got the pool
like the above ground pool. And if you all swim in a circle
Oh,
or
whirlpool,
walk around in a
whirlpool,
circle,
whirlpool.
you'll make a whirlpool.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to start doing that.
I don't need
I'm
anybody to
swimming.
do that. I do that by myself.
I am whirlpooling it.
I don't need
And
help.
I'm going to be... Do I need to swim? Do I need to roll anything for this?
I think it might just be like a durability roll.
Okay.
Because this is an endurance thing. Like, how long can you keep going to actually create a whirlpool all on your own?
Okay, I'm just checking my abilities to see if I have anything in durability.
It's a -5.
A -5? All right, I'm rolling. Oh, it's an 8. Okay, so it's only 3. Shit.
So Z starts swimming, and he's a good swimmer. He's a fast swimmer. He was born to swim, and he starts swimming round in circles, round and round, creating a whirlpool, making the water slosh about. Every time it hits one of the square corners, it flicks up and wets the encyclopedias above him. As the water sloshes about in there, and Marcus sits back and watches a fish swimming in circles.
Yes, but then I stop all of a sudden and wait for the water to build up behind me and then shake around. I'm trying to shake the
You want to knock
shake
it
the
off,
bowl. Yeah.
off the edge.
So causing a turbulence and then stopping it and doing that again and again.
Okay, so
and
you've
again.
you've not done great with this roll. There's not a lot of turbulence, but give me a strength roll for your bashing into the side, regardless.
Strength.
Oh no, that's a
Oh,
6.
that's terrible. Dang it.
So Z gets all that momentum behind him, crashes into the side of the tank, which does not move at all.
All right. Well, I said I was an accomplished swimmer. Perhaps walking around all these years has, lost some skill points there.
A noble effort, however. Perhaps I might interject and suggest you focus your efforts on hacking into these systems while I make a little lasso. I have a plan, fish. We'll get out of here yet.
Okay, I'll focus my efforts on the hacking now. 18.
So Z, operating only with his tentacles, of which he is now missing some.
That glob dang captain has taken 3 of my tentacles, 3 of my most prized possessions. They were a collectible, you see. I've had them my entire life.
Getting in there and just hot wiring this thing through the electrics. Actually having to sort of work initially in some sort of machine code to try and get some sort of usable function. He eventually finds that the water filter does have multiple functions that can be reverse engineered into a basic, like a 5-digit code, which frees up his options quite a bit more as he backtracks the signal and does discover, in fact, that this water filter is being controlled by the general room controls, which allows him access back into the console, which takes him longer than usual, but he hacks into that as well. Able to unlock the doors, able to change the lights, able to project things onto the screen from other parts of the ship, project things to screens in other parts of the ship, and to turn on that rotating ceiling fan up above them. The one tangible motion in the room.
All right, I'll set it to a low turn. How agile are you with those paws?
Not nearly as agile as I would prefer, however. As I was saying, I will fashion these rags into a lasso, and then I will catch it on the fan up above, and use it to pull myself and my cage off the desk, becoming a swinging pendulum of doom, which I will then lower to the perfect location in order to smash the books off the top of your prison, allowing you to escape using your aforementioned swimming capabilities.
Brilliant.
All right, I've got the lasso ready. Let's give this thing a little go.
This is gonna go
Gotta
so
roll.
badly.
I gotta roll dexterity.
This is such a
Okay, but
Saturday
like,
morning cartoon
have you
moment.
ever seen those TikToks where like a group of people tie a water bottle to a string and then tie it to a ceiling fan and they all blindfold each other and then just get beat by it for like 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm just
Pretty
saying,
good.
there's a lot of things that I've seen with fans And none of them ever end well. I'm not saying
Okay.
that's this. I'm just saying it probably
but
is.
I agree.
Marcus, I've rolled a dexterity roll for his lassoing attempt. I've rolled a 15.
Oh, nice.
Great.
So as that
Great.
one cat paw feeds the rope out of the cage, swings it around, gets it swinging through the air, flicks it up, catches it on the ceiling fan,
Whoops.
and then he braces himself.
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to do a strength roll.
Oh, shit.
I'm picturing like he holds on really good and then the whole cage just fucking goes. But that could knock you over.
I've rolled a -3.
No.
Z sees this all happen in a second. He's about to congratulate Marcus on that expert lasso attempt. He's used the strings and rags to catch the slowly spinning ceiling fan. He braces himself. The ceiling fan rotates slowly and starts pulling the cage up as Marcus suddenly realizes he's got himself tangled in the string, and his body is suddenly pulled up and pinned against the side of the cage as the cage begins to lift up off the ground.
Yeah, we do got a ship. We got Jordan.
Well, I suppose I can do it. If I can pilot any old ship, I can pilot this thing.
I'm sorry.
I was saying, the principles are the same, I mean, I might need to develop my rapport with Jordan a little bit, but, I
Yeah, all right.
certainly, I think if I could get him to understand the directions that I want him to... Jordan, you think... Oh, Cleo, get him off me!
Yeah, I thought you're working on it. The report.
Okay, that's... No, we've got to go back to the drawing board. That's not going to work at all.
No, it's gonna
He
work
doesn't
here.
trust
I'm
me,
driving.
Cleo.
I'm driving. Your sidecar. Look, Trevor, we
You say
got
you-
things to do. We don't got time for this.
Heck.
I know.
So you're saying you need me as a sharpshooter?
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as my talents are being utilized, I don't really mind. We just got to get up there and we got to save Z. That's the top priority. We can argue about who did the most to save him after we've done it.
Yeah. You just hold on to all those things you picked up. All right, Jordan. I know. We got yeah. Well, I mean, we got something to do, and things ain't good right now. Jordan, things ain't looking good. You see this? Yeah, I've been dragging it around. You notice the Z ain't in there? Yes. I know it. See that? Smell it? You gotta
We
take
need
us
to go
it.
save him.
You gotta take
We need
us.
to go save him, Jordan. So,
We gotta save him.
we did see that they're way up there, but you don't suppose that the coordinates in Z's communicator, is that the location of the captain's ship?
What are you talking about, Boris?
Here in Z's communicator.
Well, put them in your thing and find it out.
Okay, well, it's just a place up in the sky. I mean, maybe there's a ship up there.
Well, look in your look at your communicator and find it out. I gotta do everything here. I gotta do everything. I'm carrying the stuff. I'm driving Jordan. I'm holding you on because y'all are flailing. Boris, get your computer out. Type it in.
All right. Okay, so Cleo can pilot, Trevor can be a sharpshooter, and I will keep a watch on the map.
This ain't my first, second, or third rodeo. All right?
All right, well, let's save our Dr. Z.
All right. Now, you watch and see if we're going up, are we getting close to the coordinate? That's the only way we're going to find out.
Okay.
Because Jordan
Well,
ain't a machine like some of us done think he was.
I'm just saying, if we could utilize it the same way as a ship.
Trevor, you are riding the rough string with this. Everybody be quiet and hold on.
All right.
Here we go.
And as Jordan leaps into the air, flapping those huge, wide leathery wings slowly clawing up into the air, finding a wind current and beginning to circle upwards with all three bastards perched on his back. Boris indicates to Cleo left, right, left again, trying to keep themselves in a spiral coming up in the general direction of the coordinates of the captain's ship. Meanwhile, up on said ship, Z is given a sight, quite the spectacle, as Marcus, inside the cage, tangled in his own string, attached to the ceiling fan, which is rotating. Sure, it's a slow rotation, but it's enough to lift a cage up off the desk and start it swinging around. Marcus yowling and squealing as he's being racketed about, the cage just flopping around in the air. No! Slow it down! Or maybe speed it up!
Right, okay, yes, faster, slower, yes, more, less.
As Z speeds up and slows down the ceiling fan, he sees that it is swinging around the room in a low arc that is actually below the desk and below the aquarium at this point. But it is being reeled in up towards the ceiling fan. And if he were, by controlling the speed, when he speeds it up, Marcus flings out further. When he slows it down, Marcus is a little bit lower. If he could find that optimum speed where when Marcus reached the height of the encyclopedias on top of his aquarium, he might just be able to aim it so that it would smash them off.
Ooh. All right, Marcus. How are you doing in there? I'm going to now swing you out. I'm going to get you to take those books out.
I can't do anything. I can't.
I just need you to stay still. Here we go. I'm going to try it now. 22.
Oh, that will do it. As Marcus can't see anything, dizzy, yowling, flying through the air, completely out of control of the situation, but Z, using Marcus's cage as a swung projectile, adjusts that speed, and with a 22 roll in hacking, I think finds that sweet spot where the cage spins around, smacks into the side of the aquarium, sending the aquarium shoving an inch across the desk, but not knocking the encyclopedias off, then coming around for another pass, swinging around, smacking the lid of the aquarium, making it move just a fraction of an inch, and then swinging around one last time, looking like he's about to come up a little bit too high.
Right, Marcus, I'm going to need you to, you know when you play corners? I need you to do corners right now. Rush the corner.
This is the best I can do, you. And as Marcus flicks himself into the bottom corner of the cage, as it swings around, the cage tilts and gets just enough clearance to smack the books off the top of Z's aquarium.
Brilliant.
Oh no.
This is some Rugrats shit right there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to stop it now.
Pull down the speed, drop the fan.
Get me out of here!
Right. Get you out of there.
As the cage slows down, you see a very dizzy, very disheveled cat, tangled in the strings, dangling, stuck in the cage, completely beyond your reach. He's going to have to get himself down. But you might be able to get the lid off your aquarium now.
Yeah, I go for that. I go for the lid.
Let's have a strength roll, just
Strength?
for old time's
Oh.
sake.
A cheeky bit of strength from the jelly.
How strong is he when he's missing 3 little fingies?
Taylor!
I mean, he's not super strong. I'm not going to lie. But this isn't a massive feat of strength.
Just curious.
This isn't a massive feat of strength.
Just
I'm really
asking.
Just asking questions.
just wondering, just being curious. Too fast, too curious.
Oh, I've only rolled a 3.
I
That's
guess it didn't
okay.
matter. Just naturally weak.
I'm very weak.
But Z's not attempting a massive feat of strength, so he doesn't actually need to succeed a strength roll. He just doesn't need to nat 1 it.
Oh, right. So it just takes ages?
As he just sort of swims up and nudges the lid, the glass lid, which just sort of moves a little bit. He nudges it again, it moves again. He keeps nudging it. And eventually he gets it to move far enough off to the side that he could spring out or clamber out of the water. This isn't a feat of strength. I'm just making sure you don't roll in that one.
Ah, okay.
Nice. All right, I'll free myself from the fishbowl.
From that freaking Tupperware.
Yeah, lather myself up with a bit of the water.
As much water as you can
As
get.
much as I can get on me.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to start using my jammy body to start scaling the wall. And I'm going to go and get above the door.
Like a sticky hand.
I'm like a sticky hand.
just
I'm
slapping yourself.
slapping myself from side to side.
Disgusting.
And I'm climbing around the wall.
Ah.
You're like one of those globs that people use to clean a keyboard.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to get above the door.
What do you think you're doing? Get me down from here! You've...
Yes, and what's going to happen when I get you down from there? We're going to be stuck in this room just like before.
You can hack the doors now that you're free.
And then we'll be stuck in a corridor.
What's your plan then?
You're going to call for help.
Well, you understand that I am a cat.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Plus, it's not like we've got short amount of time. You know, I'm just going to get a bit crispy. But it's fine.
Well, how are you going to get around those helmets they're wearing? Sure,
That's the thing. Helmets. I'm going to touch them.
I see.
I'm going to drop.
So that's how you do it. Interesting. I'll bear that in mind. Fine. We'll go with your plan, as long as you think you can control them without the helmets being a problem.
It's worked before.
I'm going to call for them. And so Z works his way up above the door, kind of disgustingly. Luckily, at least, this is a Terran ship, and it is kind of spotless. So he's not getting a lot of dust on him.
Not a lot of dust.
But
There's still some dust.
Yeah.
some hairs and crumbs.
The captain, she might be a Terran, but she doesn't care that much. This isn't like a...
Like when you drop a tomato on the floor and you're like, it's still good. No, it isn't.
It's never as
It's-
good as
it's
you thought it
better.
was. You look at it, you're blowing it, it's like, oh, that's fine. And then you eat it and you're like,
and then
nah,
you
there's
feel
fucking...
the texture.
So Marcus begins to wail on repeat.
Just get Mitzi for this part.
This episode is brought to you by Caesar Gourmet Food for Dogs. Your dog deserves the best, so give them what they've always wanted. Real food for dogs. Caesar Wholesome Bowls are made with real chicken or beef as the first ingredient, and fresh vegetables. Crafted with no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives, Caesar Wholesome Bowls are great as a full meal, topper, or snack for your best friend. Pick up Caesar Wholesome Bowls in the wet dog food aisle at any major retailer near you. Caesar, love them back.
Meanwhile, the other bastards are en route on Jordan's back.
Yeah.
I left a little bit, Cleo.
All right. Just hold it out here. What about the altitude? Do you think I'm getting? Am I on top of it? What?
No, it's much, much higher, Cleo. We got to keep going up.
All right. Is this about? How's it looking?
I think we're past halfway, maybe.
Jordan, just a little bit more. I got an extra tomato for you back at the house.
Did you see that over there? There's lights.
Trevor, not now. We're in a city.
It might be a drone.
Drone.
I saw some lights.
What are they doing?
I don't know, they just sort of
Blinking?
went behind that smog cloud over there.
Trevor, you got a gun?
Always.
Boris, what do you got?
Your other left.
Oh, jeez. Glob, help us. All right. Boris, I got something for you. Hold on a minute. Jordan, just keep going up, Jordan.
I mean, I've got my new arm. It's got you're talking about defensive capabilities.
Yeah.
Oh, how about these?
Boris holds up Dietz's old arm, and 2 energy blades and an energy blaster all extend out of its wrist.
Holy shit,
Bloody
I
heck,
forgot that
Boris.
he had an arsenal inside his body now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a dangerous thing to open in the car, you know what I mean? But here we are, and that's fine. Oh, all right. But yeah, I forgot that was in you. Boy, that makes me a little nervous. I gotta tell you. But just in case.
It's totally fine, Cleo. This arm kind of protects.
Not on Jordan.
Look, it won't even.
It
seems like it's incapable. I'm trying to stab myself right now.
No.
It won't even let me.
No, we're not. Boris, not today. We ain't got any med kits between the 4 of us, and I'm out of tomatoes.
No, look, it's fine. It will always stop itself before it even gets to my. Oh, I go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learned a
that
little
was
bit
just
there,
my-
didn't you? You learned a little bit.
That was just my clothes. It didn't burn me.
Okay, but you learned. You learned, rat.
Okay, so maybe sometimes it doesn't stop just in time, but it tries to.
Okay,
It's
well,
pretty
you
neat.
know what? Don't tip over the outhouse. There's shit in there.
Okay, I can see the lights again. Look, right there. And as you look over, you can see blue and red lights
What is it, Dick? No, you're gonna
dimly
switch.
glowing in the mist, in the smog up here in the sky with you, silently floating less than 100 meters away, at very similar altitude to that which you were circling.
Dick, what is it?
Yes, Marcus. That is getting very annoying.
Someone shut that cat up! You go in there and shut that cat up! Always me!
Marcus, they're coming.
All right, are you ready?
I think so.
Heck. Why did I sign on with the captain? I definitely should have. What's going on in here, What is going on in here?
Drop. I drop down from the roof. I aim for the neck.
Give me a dex roll.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
I like how you said that in a Z voice, like it's like a Street Fighter move or something, or a Pokemon move. Like,
Drop.
Dex. Oh, it's only a shit.
Oh no! Do you just drop and fall straight on the damn floor? Oh, that's
I guess
so
so.
embarrassing.
That is very embarrassing.
Z drops down, landing on the shoulder of the armored Terran, flopping off the shoulder of the armored Terran, scrambling up the arm as he looks down and goes, ah! And flicks him as Z flies off, crashing into the corner of the wall.
Oh my god!
What's going on? The cat up there, You just tried to jump on me? Right. Oh, God, it's all sticky. You were going back in there and... Wait till the captain hears about this.
As the soldier walks over and reaches down to grab Dr. Z.
Can I
can try and
scurry and
hide.
hide? What do I need to roll to try and hide?
I mean, you're in plain sight, so you like a stealth
there's
roll.
not like
even
stuff
like
in
a
the
nat,
corner, right.
even a nat 20 stealth roll is not really going to cut it. You could try and get yourself into a corner that he can't reach.
I charge then, and I try to go for an exposed wrist or something like that.
I mean, that's all it will take.
While the hand's coming in, I try to jump at an exposed bit of skin. I'm going for the biohack.
All right, give me another dexterity roll.
Right, okay, come on. One more dexterity roll. Okay. 16!
Bada boom. So as the soldier reaches down with a gloved hand, you see the uniform jacket slide up a small amount of exposed wrist. Really, just down to the fact that these Terran military gloves are these short little cute things that are fashionable, but they do leave quite a large amount of exposed wrist, which is all it takes for Dr. Z to suddenly lunge off the floor, wrap those tentacles around the wrist, and attempt a biohack, I suppose.
Biohack. It's a hacking and a telepathy.
It is. If you succeed on the hacking, it gives you a +5 to your
It's a
telepathy.
22 and a 15.
Which means we've got overall a 20.
Oh, glob dang yes.
What do you think you're...
And before the Terran can even think to defend himself, he realizes that while he might have a helmet that protects him from telepathy, it does not protect him from an Atola Medusa biohack. And Dr. Z gets his mind into the brain of this Terran despite all odds.
I immediately yell out back to the other guard.
Got the wild bugger here. Oh, okay, don't worry, all good in here. Bloody heck, going to put an extra book on this one.
Yeah, just shut him up.
Yes.
And throw my fist at a wall and smash it into something.
Yeah, you like that, you little... no one here to protect you now.
All right, then, that's enough. It's just a little cat.
Yes, well, don't worry about it.
And I'm going to put... I'm going to put one glove in the fishbowl and then put the books on top of the fishbowl again.
So at a glance, maybe they will think that's Dr. Z.
And then I'm going to grab the cat cage as well.
No.
And pull that over and put it in and unlock the cat door.
All right, well, untangle me from these strings, won't you?
Untangling from the strings.
Yes, don't worry about these two. Oh, they've made a right mess in here. You know, this is why we needed to put more books on. I did say, didn't I?
All right, well, just get back out here. The captain wants us guarding the doors. She's expecting attack at any minute. You know, our location was broadcast to the entire damn city.
Oh, there's another guard out there guarding the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, so freeing Marcus from the cage. And then, actually, there's no point leaving my glove back there, is there? Oh, well, too late.
They're going to see Marcus is gone, unless you leave Marcus in the cage.
No, I'll I leave Marcus, take Marcus out, put my other glove in Marcus's cage. Kind of propped up to make it look like a cat.
Well, you almost hacked that right up, didn't you?
Yes, well, almost is, didn't happen. It's fine. We're going to be all right. Now, you might want to stand back for this one. It's going to be a little bit messy.
Right then.
Marcus gets out of the cage and sort of backs into a little corner, looking up with wide cat eyes.
Exit the room with... What weapons do I have on myself?
So, the soldier that you have inhabited has an energy baton and a pistol on his belt.
Okay, energy baton is like a stunning weapon, perhaps, or...
Yeah, I mean, it's the same weapon that Herodotus
Right.
was
Cattle prod.
fond of using.
Yeah, cattle prod. Do I know, does this...
my God, cattle prod.
Does this, am I going, because I want to go for an incapacitate or a kill. What does Z think would do the better job?
I mean, either or, but Z is better at using the
energy
the
baton. Yeah.
because it's energy blade. It's his wheelhouse.
All right.
Actually, wait, could you come in here? I need your help getting this dang cat. It's gotten free.
All right. Well, we don't have very long, so... What on, Terra? What have you...
Quick, run him round a bit.
What's that string up there?
Yeah, I told you, it got wild.
Hey, come back here,
You go get them.
As Marcus starts running in circles around the outside of the room, as this Terran soldier starts chasing after a tiny, fast, agile cat.
Step outside the door, and then telepathy to Marcus.
Out the door now.
Okay, I better do a dexterity roll for this. 21. He's a cat. As Marcus slips out the door...
Slam the door shut.
Very good, Z.
And as you slam the door shut, I assume locking it.
Yep, and hack in it, trying to make sure it, can't be opened again.
What are you doing? Let me out! What? Where's the jelly? Oh, heck. You are the jelly, aren't you? Answer me, damn it! Let me out of here!
Consider yourself one of the lucky ones. Or maybe I'll come back later for you.
And just let a tentacle kind of reveal itself from inside the shirt, just waving as it like slips back in through the collar.
All right, compatriot, you've done well. You've got a weapon, you've got a body. Now I suggest we find our way to an escape pod immediately and get ourselves out of this situation.
Do you know your way around this ship? Or are you just as lost as I am?
I've seen some of it. I don't know where the escape pods are, but... Well, I know what areas to avoid. The captain's control room, her quarters, anywhere where the captain might be, to be frankly honest.
And what of the Chaos Engine?
Oh, so you know about that, do you? Well, of course, you've been traveling with the boy.
And what do you know of the Chaos Engine?
Well, genius lad, isn't he, the boy? He made it back on New Terra. What?
Yeah, he told us this story. You know, he tells the story in a very long way. Lots of extra details.
That's Al Boris. The lad, he's okay, right? Things turned out all right for him.
Boris? Heck, I don't think there's a human that could be doing better. Maybe Trevor, but that's only if you ask Trevor.
Right, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that he's landed on his feet. I mean, I knew he would.
The heck? Why do you talk like you know Boris?
I mean, surely he's mentioned me. Family, friends, and all. I suppose I do look rather different.
Yes, well, he told us about that father of his. Mighty terrifying man he is, with the soft hands, and also of some shady spy. Dobbed him in. Betrayal? Yes. We'll have to wait until we find that person there. Other than that, two other characters, Pale Pachoon. Well, seems like Boris had a great way of making friends back in the day.
Right, yes, so enough about the past anyway. Let's get ourselves off this ship.
Right. And let's probably find that Chaos Engine. We need to turn it off before we leave. This might be the closest we get to it.
I was afraid you might say that. Well, I do owe the boy one. Fine, let's find the engine first. But, I hope you don't mind if you go in front.
Right. Well, just keep close. And walking in front with a cat walking behind me. Down the corridor of the spaceship. Baton in hand, pistol in the other.
With that pounding coming on the door behind you that you locked.
Yeah.
Getting quieter and quieter as you walk down the corridor. So, the three of you have just clocked something big with glowing lights, sort of hiding behind the mist in the general vicinity of where you are. As Cleo, Trevor, and Boris watch. Trevor and Boris both aiming their weapons off towards the UFO that comes out of the mist. You see blue and red lights dimming and wavering, and the shimmering of a large, dark, stealth-enveloped ship. Heck!
What is that? Is that a drone?
That's an entire ship, Cleo. Look at it. It's huge.
Okay. Do we have any kind of way to identify ships other than what they look like? Or, let me ask this. Two things. Is there a way for us to identify on the communicator what the ship is registered as? Or do we recognize it?
I mean, it's got stealth turned on, so the chances of it having a
so then no on the
receivable
communicator.
signal is low. But you could send out like a communicator, like sort of like an open channel thing to it.
Can I roll to see if I recognize
To see if it
the
replied.
ship?
Yeah, give me one.
That means that I know everything.
So as Trevor is lining up his pistol as though that's going to do anything to a starship, as Boris is hanging on for dear life, and as Cleo furrows her brow and looks at this, I mean, it's a stealth ship, but you can generally work out the size and shape of it. And peering with those bare eyes, Cleo can actually work out the 3D positioning of it, the shape of it. And even in its stealth, suddenly Cleo has an epiphany. She's seen this ship before. She's seen this ship today. This is the bricky, leaf-like ship.
I had a feeling that it
Rod and
might be
Steer
safe because I was like, ooh.
gave them a lift in earlier.
Might be dangerous, might be safe.
And although it's in stealth, it is unmistakably, Cleo is damn certain that this is their ship.
Okay. Hey! 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 It's us! It's us!
The ship hovers up closer and closer and closer until it's so close you can just see that shimmery stealth field generation. And then opening up within that shimmering stealth as though it's just folding into reality. You see the light from inside, the warm orange glow as the door opens up, the wind rushing and blowing. The door opens up and you see a silhouette standing in that doorway, extending a hand towards you. And it's Dietz.
No.
What are you doing all the way up here?
Oh my god, it's Dietz. I can't even... I just need a moment because I can't believe how excited I am to see Dietz. And when has that ever happened? And we'll probably never happen
You're on the
again.
same side right now.
I love this. Well, we're trying to get Z back, and I'm gonna hold out the desiccated honey boy. Pancake's gonna fall out of it.
I take it he's on her ship then.
She's taking him.
That's where we're going.
You got any room?
I suppose you'd like a lift.
Something like that. We got a bone to pick.
Your creature will have to stay in the docking bay.
Jordan, you all right with that? All right.
Fine. Come on board. Meet me up front when you've got your things settled.
As Cleo manages to coax Jordan to clamber into this floating door in space as you all get inside the stealth ship. As Jordan tucks himself into a corner, curls up, and at least pretends to have a nap. As Boris closes the door behind you, and as Trevor is already peering up towards the bridge of the ship, perhaps wondering if they need a skilled pilot to take over.
Wow.
Heck! I mean, a stealth ship, this could work. And Dietz, I feel like he could be of use for getting Z, right? I think things are looking up for us.
We're on the same side today, Trevor. We're calling in every shot we got. And if Dietz will get us closer to Z, then dang it, we're the bestest. We're the best friends in a whole galaxy.
It's going to be okay, Cleo. We'll let Dietz can worry about the captain. We just got to get Z.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get up.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna get Jordan settled. I'll be right there.
All right, well, we'll meet you up there then. As Boris and Trevor walk up into the front of the ship and vanish through the door, as Cleo gets Jordan settled, and a few minutes later follows, she walks into the room, walks into the bridge of the ship, and she sees Sia sitting once again at the controls of the ship, Rod sitting in a big chair that will accommodate his huge wraith form next to her, and pacing back and forth in the middle of the room, Princess Zuzu.
Oh
so cool.
my glob.
All right, well, if we're going to do this, they're going to work out very quickly that something's up, especially if they see me. So I think we need to find ourselves yes, that looks about right. Now, most of these Terran ships are alike, so I suspect that right through that door on our left, you will find a well-maintained closet filled with supplies, including several, I would say at least 6, stealth generators.
Well then, let's bet on it. What supplies do you think we're going to find? Stealth field generators? Blades? Guns? Ammunitions?
Oh, well, what I'm not one to turn down a bet, okay. Though I would hazard a guess. 6 each of, we're going to have stealth generators. We're going to have, space containment suits. We are going to have energy batons. And, I would say spare Terran military boots.
Brilliant. None of that sounds useful for you, but I'll be able to survive. Here we go.
As Z throws open the door, you see what would have been a well-maintained supply closet if it had not been obviously raided by the captain's troops and not maintained like an actual military vessel would have been. Obviously, they've not been going back to New Terra for supplies. There's not a lot in there.
Dang.
You do see 5 spacesuits, however.
I grab a spacesuit.
Why
can I
not?
put it on and have the cat get in the
Inside?
spacesuit with me?
Of course.
Right, now, it's you know of our friend Boris. Now let me tell you of one of our friends, Cleo. As I'm saying all this, I'm grabbing other bits of ammunition. I'm just putting all like spare bits of junk in the cupboard. Just stuffing stuff into the cupboard.
You don't find any boots at all. You do find another energy baton, and more importantly, Dusty, sitting on a shelf, a stealth field generator.
I'll take the stealth field generator. And then, start loading in spare ammunition that I don't need into the cupboard. Now, let me tell you of our great companions, Cleo. Most of the time, we get ourselves into little situations like this. Yep, just move around there. No, don't worry. Then,
This is, frankly, very undignified.
well,
Okay, just my little head sticking out, is it?
yes, and you look great. Now, as I was saying, when we find ourselves in situations like this, it's often the best course of action to cause a boom. And start loading in all the ammunitions into the closet. And then I'm going to, I guess, can I set a stun baton on a timer of some kind? Like,
I mean, you ain't Cleo, but you could try. So you basically, you're going to hack it to, like, turn on delayed after you pressing the ignite button.
yeah, and I'm going to rest it against the ammunition inside the cupboard type thing.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, but I think I'm not going to take a hacking roll. It's going to be an explosives
Okay,
roll.
so an explosive roll. So I will do just a d20, is it? Or it's, and then you'll minus the 5, I guess?
Oh, you don't have a minus. You don't have a minus. Yeah, you can.
15. Right.
Because I think it sets a dangerous precedent. If,
No, fair
y'all
enough.
can-
No,
if
fair
y'all
enough.
can do, if y'all can do one another's jobs using logic. So you're able to make a slight delay. You know that you've probably got this thing set up, rigged up to go off about 5 seconds after you push the button, which doesn't give you a lot of time to get to safety, but it should work. I don't like the look of this. I hope you know what you're doing.
Yes, me too. And run.
As Z pushes the button, runs out the door, back down the corridor, and 5 seconds later, that stun baton ignites, catching all the raw ammunition that has just been stacked on top of. There's multiple spacesuits all sort of like piled up in the corner, along with just the contents of a shelf that had some cleaning supplies and other flammable materials. And there is a big boom.
Nice. Yep, that's how it goes usually. Okay, keep going.
Keep running. Heck, damn it, turn on that stealth generator.
Oh, right, yes.
Give me a stealth roll. Let's just see how well we're doing
stealth.
here as well.
Oh,
No, it's a natural 1.
they seen ya.
They
seen ya.
It
So-
sets off fucking like do.
You are invisible, more or less, but you are not. You're not completely invisible. In the clear
More
light
or
of the
less.
the fluorescent bulbs of this ship, and your poor effort at keeping stealth, there is a clearly stealth form running down the corridors of this ship, as some of the captain's men, at least, must be running back in this direction to investigate the explosion you just created. But meanwhile,
Feck.
Trevor and Boris are seated on benches at the side of the bridge. Dietz is leaning in one corner, idly flipping a single credit. As Cleo steps into the room, and Princess Zuzu is pacing nervously back and forth across the floor.
She has pushed me to this. She's pushed me to this, Dietz. You know I didn't want to do this. Right. Good, we could use muscle. We can use your muscle. Dietz says your friend's up there. We'll save him. But my priority, I must be very clear, starts and ends with the captain. She must pay for what she's done. We must bring stability back to this station. I hope we're all in agreement on that.
Ma'am, I think we have at least one thing in common. Maybe two. Aside from being just voluptuous fighters, I want the captain's head as well. And I don't mind none if you're the one that cuts it off.
Good.
Now that being said, I ain't risking Z.
Good, then. We can work together on this one.
Well, all right.
I have no desire to see your friend harmed. If it comes down to it, I think we can work together on this. Dietz, arm them with anything they need. Furnish them with supplies. We're just about there.
Oh, you hear that, Trevor? You hear that?
I hear that. Right. Dietz, I'm gonna need some armor.
Oh my god. We have to get Trevor drawn in his armor. Just saying.
Yeah.
Why, for someone that we respect the least amount possible, why is Trevor so dang hot?
I know.
Sorry.
Follow me. Let's get ready.
As the bastards follow Dietz back out into the back of their ship, Zuzu finally stops her pacing, folding both sets of arms, stepping in behind Steer and looking out the front of the ship.
Keep to the shadows. We don't want her to see us approaching.
Fucking hell. What has Zuzu got up that sleeve of hers?
Stop running like a damn fool and get in a corner. They're gonna come looking for that explosion.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Right. Oh, and when we get out of this corner, then what?
Look, locker! In the locker!
Okay.
I am an international spy, and you will do as I say, and we will get out of this. Right. Don't breathe. Da-da-dum.
What the heck was that sound? Explosion! The prisoners have probably escaped. Wait up for me! Why are you running so fast?
And as the soldiers run past your position, Marcus hisses in your psychic ear.
Right, let's get out of here.
Okay. And then we're going to blow up this dang chaos engine. And then that'll take out the ship, right?
Well, it's quite big and it produces quite a lot of energy, so I would imagine it will do quite a bit of damage, yes. I mean, I'm not sure if it will blow it up or just teleport parts of it to unforeseen locations, so I'll tell you what, we don't want to be too close to it when it goes.
I'll tell you what. All this sneaking around is getting bloody tiring. We're going to take out that chaos engine, and this bloody stealth field generator isn't doing any good anyways. So let's just go in and just take out as many of them as we can possible.
So Z rushes into the room, drawing both weapons. The head of a cat looking wildly out of the spacesuit that he's stuffed all of his equipment into. piloting this Terran soldier, who is
Only glitching in and out of the stealth field thing.
not particularly well stealthed. You rush into the room, and several figures look up. There are 2 white-coated scientists standing over a large steel box that looks very reminiscent of the way Boris described the Chaos Engine.
Oh, shit.
And seemingly no guards in this part of the ship. What's that? What? Back! One of them draws a blaster and points it, wavering their arm about
shit.
in the general direction of the stealth Dr. Z. I'm warning you! Right, that's enough of this. You hear Marcus's snappy voice in your head as you feel the front of the spacesuit unzip. Marcus squirms out, grabbing the stealth field generator off your arm and vanishing into a corner, an invisible cat, as you are suddenly brought into light. The scientist aiming that gun slightly more steadily, but still obviously shaky. This is not a trained warrior who's got this gun pointed on you. Marcus completely vanished into the room now in the stealth generator.
I'm going to rush them with the baton and go for the whack.
Alrighty. So as you rush them, they take the shot.
Oh, shit. Watching the dice rolls.
Oh, it's an 8. They shoot just over your shoulder as you charge in with the baton.
Yeah, pull the baton down on the head of the fellow who just shot at me.
Oh, just give me your energy blade roll.
Okay. Oh, it's an 8 as well.
Oh my god, dude.
Battle of the useless humans.
You swing down, narrowly missing as the scientist holds up an arm, blocking your descending blow. Meanwhile, the other scientist is at the console of the Chaos Engine, panicking, and then gets a sinister look in their eyes as they start typing away on the console, seemingly about to do something with the Chaos Engine.
Oh, fuck these scientists, man. They're evil.
Oh, I just rolled a natural 20.
Did you just roll a natural 20
This
on
is-
the evil scientist
No,
move?
this is actually a secret stealth move by Marcus.
Oh, okay.
What?
The heck is this?
And he got a nat 20?
Yeah. So as the scientist is typing away on the console, obviously about to do something involving teleporting Z, or teleporting something onto Z, certainly doing something horrible with mad, spooky, teleporty science.
Great.
A large, ornate vase on the shelf above the scientist. He's a cat.
Why is there a large ornate vase above the...
Because there's an invisible cat, and cats push things off shelves.
So good.
Slowly slides off the shelf as though an invisible paw is pushing it. And it falls down, smashing the scientist on the back of the head. Oh, 6 points of damage.
Whoa.
Oh, sheesh.
As he is just sort of flattened on the ground. And then, flicking out of stealth, you see Marcus standing on the shelf, smugly looking down. Meanwhile, the scientist that Z lunged in it with baton tries to wrestle Z into the corner. Oh shit, I've rolled 19 minus 5, it's still a 14.
Fuck.
As he gets one hand around the throat of the body that Z is inhabiting. It doesn't hurt Z, but you know.
Yeah.
And pushes him up into the corner, closing that hand around their throat, dealing 1 point of damage.
Oosh.
This isn't a very strong scientist.
Well.
That's unusual.
Wait, are they all wearing the helmets as well?
I didn't establish that, did I?
Are the scientists
no,
wearing the
they're
mind
they're
helmets?
definitely wearing the helmets. The captain's not an idiot. Like these people are essential to this crew. They're definitely wearing the
Okay.
helmets.
Yeah, I'm going to go for another baton then. I'm just going to keep, while the hands of the scientist are wrapped around the throat of the human I'm inhabiting, I'm going to bring the baton up and try and strike at the jugular of this scientist. 15 damage 1. Oh my god, this is purely Battle of the Chumps.
As you smash that thing up into the throat of the scientist, it is burnt and sent flying back. Meanwhile, the other scientist who got the vase on the head is like stunned and sort of like, trying to get up, one arm up on the Chaos Engine, trying to reach up when another vase comes down. Marcus, once again invisible, is just pushing things off the shelf one by one.
Okay.
Doing another 1 point of damage. Combat without any fucking decent equipment.
Yeah.
The first scientist continues choking the body that Z has possessed, dealing 6 points of damage.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
He is now closing that windpipe.
What windpipe? Bye, bitch.
I'm going to pull the hands of the human that I'm currently occupying up and try and push them against the face of the scientist suffocating me. And as the fingers close around the face, the jelly form of the Atola Medusa starts sliding out of the wrist of the cuff of the spacesuit, out of the glove, and then onto the back of the hand, and then start sliming their way over onto the face of this scientist who's attacking.
Okay, so you don't need to really do any sort of dexterity roll or anything, because this scientist is, that classic action movie thing, like, I'm choking you, like, you're clawing at his face, but he's just ignoring that, like, nah, I've got this now. Until it's too late, when Z suddenly slops out onto the scientist's face. Ah!
Yeah. And then it's time for the mind hack. Oh shit, it's a 15 and an 18.
Oh, absolutely nailed it. So what was it, 23 all up?
As soon as the hack is complete, hide myself underneath their collar and continue doing the choke.
Oh god. Okay, well, any amount of damage you do now will kill this person. So if you just keep choking them, they're done.
So, yeah, now inhabiting the scientist, I'm going to tighten my grip over the previous guard that I had inhabited and complete the choke and try and finish off that old body.
I mean, you can give me a D6, but even if you roll a 1, this is going to choke him out now. At
Right.
This point.
Oh, it's only a 1.
Oh,
Jesus,
okay,
my
so
rolls today are dog shit.
And
Oh,
as you see
Lord.
the glimmer of recognition as this body regains its own control, only to be choked into unconsciousness and quite possibly death coming soon, as the body falls limp out of your hands. The other scientist, blood pouring down his head as he's been struck by multiple projectiles from Marcus, looks up with horror, realizing all too late what has just happened, as Z has taken over the other scientist, before a lamp comes sailing from above, caving in his face, and Marcus flickers back into visibility up on the shelf.
Well, old boy, it's a good thing the captain's kept these collectibles up on her shelf.
Now's not the time to worry about those collectibles, though.
I'm sure they would look...
No, we're not going to worry about it. Help me. We need to figure out how to destroy this thing.
Well, isn't the fellow that you're inhabiting, doesn't he know?
Oh, right.
Shit.
And I'll question them then.
You, in there.
Please, just let me leave. Let me leave. I didn't mean to do any of the captain. She made us do it all.
Show me how to destroy this thing.
Destroy it? Why would you want to destroy it? Surely. I mean...
And I'm going to grab a gun and point it at the finger of the human that I'm inhabiting
Wait.
and fire it.
Oh, God. No! These hands are delicate instruments. Think of what we could do. Obviously, you're going to be taking my body to escape. Yes, I'll allow it. But we could take the engine with us. I know how to operate it, I think of the things we could do together. I have no allegiance to the captain. I simply want to continue my work. Think about it.
This deal you're offering me.
I want to think now on how many times you've used this machine down there, on Midspace, against our home, against Reese, against us. Surely it was you while we were in the building, chasing us. Surely it was you who was eating everything behind us as we tried to find our way to our home.
But that's surely water under the bridge. I was only doing as I was told, and I mean, you're fine, right? You've come out the other end of it. Think of the wonders we could achieve. I simply want the opportunity to continue my work. You must understand this. They say you're a doctor.
I'm going to grab the pistol, raise it up and say, yes, I am a doctor. Hearts and brains. I'm going to put the gun at the chest and point it at the heart, and then pull the trigger.
Wait! I mean, there's no chance for this guy to escape as Z pulls the trigger, the body collapsing down to the ground with a smoking hole in the chest. As Marcus hops down off the shelf onto the Chaos Engine, looking at the console. Yes, as I remembered it. You know, I have seen this thing operated before. What if? Now hear me out. This could be very dangerous, but I do owe Boris some amount of... Well, if I'm going to go out, this could be the way to do it. I think I could set the engine to turn in upon itself. If that doesn't destroy it, I can't imagine what else would. Cleo, Trevor, and Boris arm themselves with whatever furnishings they can get from Dietz. Dietz is a living weapon. The four of you, standing at the docking door of the leaf-shaped ship as it stealths right up to the captains. Steer piloting the thing, slow precision, as Zuzu comes back into the room where you all are.
Right. Once this gets underway, it's all going to happen very fast, so everybody, blasters at the ready. We're going to forcefully board them. Dietz, you know what to do.
Yes, Princess.
Boris, Trevor, this is it. We're going in. We're gonna get our boy.
All right. Look at this.
And Dietz opens up what looked like was just sort of an extra door next to the main door, twisting a huge metal contraption that unfolds out, and you see it opens up and extends out like a little pod that sticks out past the boundaries of this ship. And if you were to see the exterior of the ship, you would see that all four corners of the square protrusion that Dietz just unfolded have hooked, barbed, spear-like appendages, and they are shield-piercing. As suddenly Steer, who has been piloting the ship very slow and deliberately like a drifting leaf, suddenly turns it, and you realize that the jagged edges of this leaf aren't just for show. As all of a sudden, the ship lunges at maximum speed, stealthily damned into the front of the captain's ship. You all feel a shudder as the jagged edges rasp down through the shields, those four barbed spears finding their way through the armored material of the ship. Dietz quickly punches a red button, and you smell burning, you hear plasma as though something is cutting, and then opening up like a door. The end of that protrusion that Dietz opened up becomes a tunnel from this ship onto the captains.
Holy heck.
Get behind me. I'm the most armored. Princess, are you ready for this?
Of course I am, Dietz. The captain cannot get away with this. Midspace is ours to protect.
Oh.
And protect it by any cost we will. Right, you all fall in line. Let's get this over and done with.
I'm just gonna exchange a look with Boris and Trevor. We heard that last bit.
Trevor nods sagely, and Boris just sort of looks a little bit wide-eyed and less bewildered than usual as you all follow in behind Dietz. As you get on board the ship, there are red flashing lights. There is a siren blaring because, as far as this ship's sensors are concerned, the shields, the armor have been penetrated. There is a breach to the hull of the ship. All of this is kind of catastrophic. As you all step into the corridor,
This way.
As Dietz storms down that hallway, reaching a door, pulling back one of those backwards jointed, powerful legs, and kicks the door in. The door sent flying. As in the room, you see 4 soldiers, 2 synths, 1 or 2 revolutionaries, and the captain, who is looking angry, frothing at the mouth, staring down at the hall as Dietz storms into the bridge of the ship, closely followed by Cleo, Trevor, Boris, and Zuzu steps out from behind Dietz, stretching up to her full height, which is quite tall, taller than both Dietz and Cleo, in fact. As she struts slowly towards the captain twitching at the eye, a veneer of some sort of psychopathic calm, but you can tell she is fuming on the inside.
What do you suppose all this is? What do you think this will achieve? I have dismantled your empire. I have control over your city.
And Zuzu struts into the center of the room, past the captain, completely ignoring her and turning her gaze on the captain's soldiers.
All right, which one of you is it?
The captain, looking bewildered, confused.
Don't you ignore me? What do you mean?
What the heck?
These are my men. You talk to me, Princess Zuzu. You're my enemy. I'm your enemy. I am the threat here.
As Zuzu completely ignores the captain,
What?
gazing over the soldiers.
Come on, one of you step forward. He clearly has at least one spy in her ranks.
One of the soldiers, finally, a small smile playing on her mouth, steps forward.
What?
Well, I know he's watching.
The soldier simply pulls out a small device, holding it up and pressing a button, and a holographic image of BJ appears,
Oh,
clapping slowly.
Very good, Zuzu. I see you've seen through everything I've done, perhaps, but I think you'll find that the chess game has still all unfolded the way that I planned. Yes, you have beaten my captain, or surely are about to, but what has it cost for you to do it, Zuzu?
Zuzu coldly looks. That the captain is now literally frothing at the mouth as she pulls out a gun and starts lunging at BJ's spy. But Dietz quickly steps in, grabbing her with large, strong, synthetic arms and restraining her, holding her back to allow the conversation to continue.
Are you sure you want to do this, BJ? Do you understand what forces you've unleashed here?
Oh, my dear, I understand all too well, and, well, my spies are everywhere, and I do see what you've done, Princess. I could scarcely believe that you would go this far, but I won't lie when I say it was my hope and my plan all along, so, well then, play your hand. Play your hand if you must.
What the heck?
Zuzu looks back at you all.
Damn you. I will keep this place under my protection at whatever it costs, BJ, and you know that.
And she pulls out a communicator.
Mother! It's time! The gates will all open. Send the Wraith ships in. We are retaking Midspace by force.
And that is where we'll end the episode.
Bloody heck.
Well,
Jeez.
woo, whistle before you walk into a stranger's camp.
Yep. How long have you had that one planned for?
I mean, I have that one sitting up my sleeve for quite a while. It's
You little sneaker.
Yes.
I've been wanting to for Zuzu to play the Wraith Royal family card for a while.
Bloody hell. That just opens up so many questions.
Yep.
Heck.
Dick, that was pretty sneaky.
Yes, very sneaky.
And I think things are actually going to get even spicier than they are right now.
Yeah.
The Bastards are definitely right in the middle of cataclysmic events, and although they are not directly involved or aligned with any of these things, they are still
How
stuck in
does
the
this
middle.
always
Of it.
happen
They're
to
trying to
us?
save Z. They're trying to disable the Chaos Engine. Like, they've got personal stakes in this, even though if they're a bit smaller.
Bloody heck.
How do we always end up in trouble?
I'm not too sure.
Glob dang it, y'all.
Heck. Well, it seems like I don't even need to ask this question because I think you did, but was there anything you didn't get to do today?
You know what? I mean, I did a lot of talking this episode.
I liked it.
You could say that, like, my characters at all parties were taking a certain amount of charge and steering things towards an
I think it was
inevitable,
good, though.
an
Necessary.
inevitable goal. I mean, I got to do my two big reveals. BJ literally still pulling the strings with the captain the whole time, playing a little proxy game, trying to start a war, trying to force Princess Zuzu to her limits, blow up enough of Midspace that she will bring in the cavalry, which unfortunately is a foreign army.
Bloody heck.
And BJ gets exactly what he wants, no matter how all of this plays out, because as soon as those wraiths land ships on Midspace, the ceasefire is kind of over.
Bloody hell. To the Wraith, are they going to be the ones who acknowledge that they striked first?
Oh, I mean, that's a tale for another story, I would say. Are the Bastards even going to be like totally aware of the geopolitical stakes of this?
I'm gonna say probably not.
I mean, I don't even know. We're not really in a place to worry about this right now. We have some stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're in it. We're in it.
We are in it.
So, thanks everybody for listening.
Yes, thank you very much.
We what am I saying?
It's a hot, long, wet day.
It's been a hot, long, wet day.
Hot long wet day.
Oh, I've enjoyed myself thoroughly making this episode, but I
me
need
too.
a breather. I need a breather.
Need to get some fresh air in here.
We'll be back in your ears with the next one, our originally scheduled release time.
Yes, and if you're eager to hear more of us in your air holes before then you can check out our Patreon. It's in the show notes, where you'll find our other podcast, Sidearm. It's our rambles before and after these episodes. And you'll also find our first campaign, Ralaran. It is our D&D 5th edition campaign where we cut our teeth on podcasting. There we go, got to say it.
Oh, you missed out last week.
So 2 whole bits of content there, and we add more every month.
Meanwhile, if you want to theorize about what's going on with, all this crazy stuff with the Wraiths, with BJ and so on, come check out our Discord. Have a chat with us. You can hit us up about any questions you've got or theories that you want to put forward. Details are in the show notes.
And something weird is going on. That's right.
Ooh, what is that?
It's something weird. It's something that doesn't happen every day. And that is, we are up for 2 crit awards. That is correct.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to believe this. Dick is up for a crit award for nothing other than playing Boris, best NPC. And when you do the voting, which we'll get to that, but come on, you're going to vote, right? Please
Boris,
vote.
best NPC.
Look at that.
Vote for our boy Boris.
Please vote for our King Golden Boy Boris. He's our favorite. He's the best NPC in the goddamn world. But if we don't vote for him, apparently he isn't. So we're going to need your help. And guess who else is going to need your help?
Who else is in there?
It's me. Yeah.
It's you,
Yeah, I'm
Taylor.
going to need a lot of help. You want to know why? Don't laugh.
Why is that?
It's because I'm up for best player in D&D.
Holy dang.
Best player in D&D.
How in the shit did that happen? I'll tell you how. Streams. Not this, obviously.
Tay streams a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. Every now and then. If you are in our Discord or if you're my buddy on Twitter, then you probably know about it. But here's the thing. That sort of worked, and I need your vote. I need your vote, and Dick needs your vote. So when you're voting, that's who you're looking for.
Think for bastards. Think for
bastards.
Think yellow. Think Boris. Think
yeah.
Tay.
Best player in D&D and best NPC in the whole goddamn world. And while you're in there, got a lot of friends that are in there this year too. Girls Run Worlds, all of them, every single last world. I mean, oh my God, there's a ton of people in there, and they need your help too. And it's super easy. It takes it's like 6 minutes. It's a Google form. We've been tweeting the crap out of it. It's in our Discord. If you're not in either of those places, which fair enough, you can find it. It's the Crit Awards, and that award show is on July 9th. So that means that you've got like 6 minutes to do this voting.
Yeah, you've got a couple days to do it if you're listening to this live.
Check the show notes right now, because in the description for this episode, you'll find that link, so you can go do it right now while you're on your phone sitting on that toilet.
And if you already voted, we appreciate you.
Thanks.
Heck yes.
Well, that's all our admin covered there, I think. Should we go and have a little nap and work out how we're going to get ourselves out of this mess that we've backed ourselves into?
Need some fresh air.
What do you mean we?
Okay, into this mess that I actually sort of forward marched you all into.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to get myself a fancy piece of fruit and
I'm going to get myself a long glass of
cry
water.
a little bit as the end of the world draws nigh. Wow.
Dang.
All right then. Bye.
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 Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Let me out! There's a cat on the loose! There's a cat on the loose! Someone let me out! Why did I lose my communicator in the other room?
Please vote for our why is that a tongue twister?
Bye, Bobby.
The LASIK Vision Institute offers free virtual consultations. That's all your questions answered, all from the comforts of home. So don't wait. This simple 20-minute call can start your journey to 20/20 vision. Right now, the LASIK Vision Institute's offering $1,000 off their Wavelight laser when treated in July. That's $500 off per eye with guaranteed financing. So visit mylvioffer.com now. Must mention this promotion to be treated in July of 2023 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price. $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at mylvioffer.com.